What's up, HG family? What's going on? What's going around? I hope you picking up what I'm putting down. Hey, we got a good live tonight. A good live as always. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm HG, aka Homegrown Kicks. I want to welcome y'all to Tuesday Night Soul Source, man. I know it feels like I haven't given y'all time to miss me because it feels like we just been going back to back to back. But I mean, we haven't been working like that, but we have been working. We went live Tuesday night for regular Soul Source. We went live Friday night for Fuck It Friday, and then we went live Sunday night for a weekly wrap up. And I know I said I was going to do it on Saturday, but I ended up doing it on Sunday. We did get into a deep dive conversation about leathers and how to test quality. During that live, I did kind of have my reservations about the way that the questions were presented, the way that they were handled, and things like that. I did have my reservations. I did kind of poke holes in the theory, as well as my shoes themselves poked holes in a lot of those theories. And if you don't know, these beautiful joints right here, the shattered backboards. And like kind of a quick recap, the guy, Seth Fowler, spoke to a leather expert, and he kind of looked at the shoe for like glue stains. And of course, you know, Jordan brand Nike, you're gonna get some glue stains. I think I might have like shallow glue stains on mine, if you can see that. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, shallow glue stains on there. That's nothing new, man. That's Nike and Jordan brand. And through the conversation with the guy, I could tell that he wasn't too familiar with Nike or Jordan brand products by the way he was talking, the level of surprise of craftsmanship and things like that. I mean, I can't say he's a leatherman, so he should know what goes on with shoes. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't judge the man. We can only go by what Steph gave him and his own personal opinion. But yeah, you know, he was talking about what should happen if this is good leather when you press this down. He was talking about the quality of the leather on this part of the shoe. But I mean, Sunday's live was a really good watch. If you have not seen it, go over to the channel, watch Sunday's live, leave a comment in the comment section, give your boy a thumbs up, and share it with your friends so that they can know what's going on. You know, that's how we do it around here. But yeah, we got a pretty interesting live tonight because the title of the live is Too Early, Too Soon. And how did we, how did we get back in this place that we're in? I'm going to be talking about the thumbnail a little bit later on in the live, but there are a couple of releases that, from my account, I feel like they're too soon. So I'm going to be asking you all, do you think it's too soon for these releases to happen? I'm going to let you all give your thoughts and opinions on that, chat. I want to ask, how is everybody doing? I know we were here again, like I said, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I've basically been able to keep up with you all, unlike previous formats where it's once a week and then, you know, we got a lot to talk about. How are you all doing this evening? How is you all's Tuesday starting? For those who did not get an opportunity to tap in with us on Sunday, how was your weekend? How was your week? Because I know everybody wasn't able to tap in throughout the week. So how was your week? How was your weekend? I know we saw a lot of sports action going on, and when I say sports action, I mean football. I don't know about basketball. Baseball is still kind of currently going on. I think they're headed into like the playoff territory, so like playoff spots have basically been finalized and stuff like that. Hold on, let me make it so that you can see your comments on the screen as well when you type them in, so you all can get your own laughs in on the playbacks. But yeah, baseball playoff time is going down. Nitro said hi and hey, listening to this on the cardio workout right now. I appreciate you, Nitro, man. I'm glad that I can be able to help you in some way, shape, form, or fashion get through your workout. And that brings up a good point. For anybody that's not able to visually watch, I'm gonna go and just load up a whole bunch of lives from the past couple of weeks. I think maybe I probably got like a month or two worth of conversation and talks and good times going on. I'm gonna take all of those and load them up on Spotify within the next couple of days because I got a lot of free time as of late. I'm gonna load them up on Spotify. So if you like Nitro and you doing some cardio workout or you lifting weights or whatever else it is you're doing, head over to Spotify because I know you're not gonna always be able to watch the lives. Head over to Spotify, hit that play button, and listen to the playback on Spotify. And also, Spotify now has the feature where even though you might have listened to the playback, if you want to watch it, you can watch the playback from Spotify as well, and you don't have to go to YouTube. Hey, I'm trying to utilize and take advantage of every single visual or audio platform I can in order to get a lot of this important information out to you. But salutes to you, Nitro, and salutes to everybody else in the building that's tapping in, whether it be live or after the live. I guess I call it the after party for anybody who's tapping in during those times and leaving comments. I appreciate all of you. But yeah, how many of you all had a good day, a good time with your football team, your sports teams or whatever? Did your sports teams win? Did your sports teams lose? Win or lose is the beginning of the season when it comes to football, and there's a lot more games left to play. It's the first week. It's week 1. Somebody had to win and somebody had to lose. It is what it is. I think tonight is the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears. I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And then the crazy thing about Minnesota is they turn around and play again on Sunday and play against my team. So my team took an L Sunday. So hopefully the Minnesota Vikings will be tired from back-to-back playing, and we can get an opportunity to get a dub on the calendar and start off 1-1, man. You know how it is. I just don't want to go 0-2. That is the last thing I want to do. A lot of things with my team have to be fixed as well. Like the defense is pretty good, which is a little unusual. The defense is pretty good, but the offense started really slow, started really ugly, unimaginative. Zach Robinson, it's looking like he's not going to be a good offensive coordinator. It looks like they're going to have to turn the job over to somebody else. Our kicker that used to be Money Youngway Koo, man, he got doggone. He messed up. He got it. He might have to go. They brought in another kicker. They got another kicker on the practice squad. So that is what it is. But let's go ahead and get into tonight's program. The reason why you are here. Let's talk about these shoes, baby. So, gonna go ahead and get into it. Y'all already know. The Fire Red 5s. I know I spoke about the Fire Red 5s before. Hey, hang in there with me, baby. Hang in there with me. The Fire Red 5s. These are dropping this Saturday. A lot of people have already claimed pairs via JD Finish Line, exclusive access or early exclusive access. I didn't get it. I looked and I looked and I looked all day, and I did not get exclusive access for the Fire Red 5s. So hopefully I'm going to be able to gain access to the Fire Red 5s through the other avenues and the other raffles. Snipes is doing it a little bit differently. So if you have a Snipes in your area and you're trying to get a pair of the Fire Red 5s via Snipes, I have not seen them on the app. I saw them online at snipes.com, where I showed you all, I think it was like Sunday or Friday, and it's literally only they literally only gave you 2.25 days to enter the raffle. The raffle ends tonight, I believe. I think they said you only have like 2 hours left to enter the raffle. Usually Snipes does their raffles via app, but I guess this time for the Fire Red 5s, they're doing it via what they want to call early access. This is their version of JD Sports' early access, and it is not via the app. It is via the online website. So you have to go to snipes.com, enter your email address, and hit enter. And they say that you have an opportunity for early access. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it is what it is. I don't know what Snipes is doing, but other apps have their app process open. They usually always open on Sundays. So other places where you fill out raffles for the Fire Red Fives or any other shoe are currently open, and they'll be open all the way up until the last day would be Footlocker, and Footlocker is Thursday is the last day they allow you to enter for it, and then they pick their winners Friday, whereas places like Hibbett's, they pick their winners on Thursday. So I would be guessing that the last opportunity you have to enter a raffle at Hibbett's would be tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So this is just another early last minute reminder to enter your raffles for the Fire Red Fives. Now, do I think the Fire Red Fives are going to sit? I absolutely do think the Fire Red Fives are going to be readily available. Don't get it twisted. This is not going to be one of those shoes that is highly coveted, even though a lot of people want them. It's going to be a lot of pairs. And I don't think in the first waning hours or the first week that there are going to be enough people that want this shoe enough to actually sell this Fire Red 5 out. Now, I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. But if you look at the trend of retro sneakers like this, like the Fire Red 5s, we thought the Aqua 8s sold out. There is tweets and everything on X right now about restocks of the Aqua 8s. I forgot what site it is, but they have a full-size run. Even before there were rumors of restocks, JD Sports had sizes still left. And it's like 3 or 4 weeks outside of the release of the Aqua 8s. The Cave Stones are still available. We went over that Sunday, talking about all the pairs and the different sites that you can get your pairs if you want to get your pair of Cave Stones. So if you want to know those sites to get Cave Stones, look at Sunday's live and check that out. Again, that was a good live. What's another release? The Shattered Backboards, of course, are still available. The UNC Jordan 1s are still available. I mean, there's just a lot of retro Jordan sneakers that are still available. And all you have to do is put in a little time to look, or even go into your local shoe stores and check those out. I think the French Blue 12s are still available. Yeah, the French Blue 12s are still available. There's a lot of retro. You get a retro. You get a retro. Everybody gets a retro. Even Nitro gets a retro if he want a retro. But we all know Nitro is not fucking with Jordan Brand right now. But yeah, like I said, the Fire Red 5s are dropping. This is your last minute alarm clock reminder. These are not the Black Tongue. This is the 3M Silver Tongue Fire Red 5s. Because I know y'all were like, well, if you already got the Fire Red 5s in hand, why are you worried about whether or not you were able to get exclusive access through JD? That's why, because these are the Silver Tongues, the 3Ms. Still DS, by the way. Shame on me. I know, whatever. But the Black Tongues is the one that's coming out. And these bottoms are sticky. I guess that's what happens when you leave them DS, and then, you kind of leave them in a humid situation, because it get kind of humid in here. Climate control is your best friend. Usually like a cool temp with low humidity is your best friend when it comes to keeping up with the longevity of your shoes. And I know I keep promising to do a video about that, and we're gonna get into a video about that and show y'all like the best way to store your sneakers and to keep your soles from crumbling and stuff like that. But Giganator said Jordan at this stage of the year is acting like only 1s, 4s, and 5s exist. I mean, you know what? That's you right, man. You freaking right. They've been acting like that for like the last 2.5, 3 years now. They've been acting like only 4s and 5s exist, along with 1s, like you said. But then they sprinkled in a couple of pairs of 3s to make you feel better about it. But I mean, what can you do about it? It is what it is. But I found this on Sneaker Freaker magazine, and I thought this was pretty dope, man. And we're gonna go through a few of these little slides because it says the evolution of the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red, man. Salutes to my Red Cup, Double Cup family, man. I had to crack a can for y'all one time, man. I love y'all boys. Drink responsibly, be safe, and no underage drinking to all of the younger audiences out there, man. Wait your turn. It's not all it's cracked up to be. So yeah, just wait your time. But just going through some of the stages from the beginning, and this is something that I don't know if I did not know or if I knew and I just kind of, overlooked it. But with the release of the Black Tongue Fire Red 5, this is the 35th anniversary of the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. So the shoe is 35 years old. And looking at this picture, this is the craziest thing. And I'm pretty sure that these shoes have been restored to a certain degree because the first thing that stood out to me is this is a very old pair. Probably the very first pair from, I guess, when did the Fire Red 5s release? Like 80 something. I don't know. Do the math for me, y'all. Do the math for me, y'all. I got ADD jumble of the brain. I'm trying to do a bunch of things and keep my mind forward for the rest of the live. But do the math for me. But yeah, the first thing that stands out to me is the shoe is aged, of course, and you see the cracked midsole and the yellowing, but the cage on the side is super white. And the reason that stands out to me is because on my Fire Red 5s right here, I don't know if you can see. Let me see if let me see and make sure y'all can see this. But my Fire Red 5s right here, I don't know. Like I can visually see it right in front of me, but I don't know if you can. It has a slight tint of yellow to it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but I definitely can see it. Carter said 1990. All right, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Nitro said the only shoe I'm trying to get for this week for my older brother is the Nike Air Max 95 Yu-Gi-Ohs. Hey, Nitro, good luck to you on that one. I hope you're able to secure a pair for your brother because that's gonna be a tough grab. That's gonna be a super, super tough grab. I want those as well. I even want the black and white pair. I want the Japan exclusive black and white pair too. So good luck to anybody that's trying to get that pair. Hey, look, I ain't mad at you. I can understand 100% why you want that pair. But yeah, plus 19. Oh damn, look. If I actually read and paid attention, it said 1990 right there on the damn screen. So yeah, that's that ADD brain, man. It says the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red, designed in 1990 by the legend Tinker Hatfield, the P51 Mustang fighter plane inspired basketball sneaker, dropped in 1990 and reflected Michael Jordan's attack heavy style of play. So I don't know what other areas of the shoe are inspired by the P90 fighter plane, but I do know for a fact that this part right here, that it is heavily inspired by the P90 fighter planes. A lot of people like to call these flames, but they're not flames, they're teeth. When you would see on some bomber planes where the bombs had like a face and a mouth on it, and it was like teeth. These are teeth. These are not flames. So I mean that's one area of inspiration that I know for certain he used from the fighter planes, the P whatever, the PEP, not PP, but the P51 fighter planes. So that's one aspect of it. He's giggling and said, I'm not good at math. I just know Jordan won his first chip in 91 in the sixes. And I went back, oh, shit. How old are you and your bro Nitro? Yeah, you might want to. Hey, look, hey, Giganator, he might be able to get you in there because hey, Giganator is in there in the sneaker stores like swimwear. Uh, he can get into just about anywhere and get just about any pair. Like if he actually set up his space to show off his sneakers, you would think that he's trying to show off and that he's hating on people. And let me tell y'all, as little as he there's no possible way that Giganator will ever, to me, come off as if he's trying to show off or flex on anybody. Because this dude has a ton of damn shoes and he don't show none of them. He was supposed to come here to Soul Source and unbox some shoes and show some shoes, but you know he was busy. This man is busy. This man is extremely busy. So you know I'm not upset, but I'm gonna throw a little bit of that bombastic side eye, but I ain't upset. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It says originally there were two versions as well as a player exclusive colorway for Michael Jordan. So there's three total Fire Red 5s. He said first was the black tongue featuring a blacked out tongue and 23 embroidered on the heel in black and red. The second iteration omitted the lateral 23 and swapped the black tongue for silver. So the black tongue was the original pair. The ones that I have right here that I'm showing y'all, it was the secondary pair. So I wonder what the actual player exclusive look like. Or did they mean there were two pair and one pair was a player exclusive? Okay, so see that's Jordan Dawning. Which one is that? I can't see the tongue, man, but it's got the 23 on the heel. So I would guess that those are the black ones, the black tongue. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay. So no, that isn't the black tongue. So there are three pairs. So there are a total of three pairs. One pair of the Fire Red 5s is just like what are we getting ready to get this weekend? Is the Fire Red 5s with the black tongue and the 23 on the side. The second version of the Fire Reds is the silver tongue without the 23. The player exclusive version of the Fire Red 5s is the silver tongue with the 23 on the side. With that kind of information, I got a feeling that like next year or either 2026 or 2027, Jordan Brand is going to do the player exclusive version of the Fire Red 5s. It just only makes sense. Gignated. My one of my older brothers is in his mid 30s to early 40s. For me, 10 years younger than him. Okay. So you are almost 30. Hey, when you hit that 30 club, man, your knees gonna start to crack. So enjoy being able to do easy cardio as long as you can. I personally like the metallic tongues better. I don't know how I feel. I like the black tongue because it gives a little bit more contrast. Now, like as far as what I'm used to seeing, though, visually, I'm used to seeing the silver tongue. So when the silver tongues came out, I was super excited about the silver tongues. Now that they've settled in and I have them for a while, I still am excited about the silver tongues. I still am glad to have them. But I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. I'm excited for the black tongues, and I don't know. I can't 100% explain it. I got to take time to think about that. It's got to marinate on why I'm excited for the black tongues, even though it's not like a huge difference. He said, okay. Peak Yu-Gi-Oh ages. So, and if y'all don't know what he's talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh Air Max 95s that look like the Air Maxes that Joey wore. Joey, which is Yu-Gi-Oh's best friend, Joey wore in the animated series. They went as far as to reduce the number of lace loops on the Air Max 95, change the name on the tongue, give it Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Blue Eyes White Dragon insoles. You get a custom box. You get fewer panels on the side of the Air Max 95, and then you get a custom card that is mounted to the top of the shoebox. So yeah, that's a pretty dope presentation. A really dope ass idea. He said Michael Jordan wore both of these versions for much of the 89 to 90 NBA season, but during this year, Nike also created a player exclusive edition of the Fire Reds that was never made available to the public. This pair pulled a little switcheroo and merged both of the models, rocking the silver tongue and sporting 23 embroidered in full red on the heel. Oh, so the black pair has a black outline on the 23. The black tongue has a black outline on the 23, and the player exclusive doesn't have that black outline. Yeah, I could. Dang, the toe is all damn busted. Damn, Mike, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Deontay? I could definitely see them doing the player exclusive Fire Red 5 either in 2026 or 2027. Because 2026 is looking pretty hectic and a little bit unnecessary at the same time already. And we're going to talk about that. But look at the shape on this player exclusive. This is a nasty shape. I'm glad they came up with something better. I know a lot of people say they like what Michael Jordan wore. But like if you looked at this, there is no definition between the toe the toe box and the tongue. It's just straight toe tongue. It's not toe dip, then a tongue. It's just toe tongue, and it makes for a totally ugly shoe. And then like the upper half, it makes it really shallow. Like there is no man. That shit is crazy. That shit not hell no. That shit is ugly. But I mean, it is what it is. Can you imagine how disappointed people would be if they made the fives look exactly like this? If they made it look exactly like this with no real definition, because even the angle and the height and the definition around the ankle collar and the pod is completely different. Like on this player's pair, the ankle pod comes all the way damn near down to the damn 23. And if you could here, maybe if I show y'all my pair, you all can see a little bit more better what I'm talking about. So on the player exclusive pair, this portion right here, and I'm looking at it backwards and shit like that. This portion right here comes all the way down here. It's extended all the way down here. This portion right here is this portion comes further down here. The cage is kind of cut in half here, and then where you see that there's a little bit of definition and you can tell the difference between the toe and the tongue, instead of it going here and then up, it just goes straight here. So this is just basically like smashed in. But yeah, I couldn't do that if they were going back true to OG and produce that. That ain't for me, yo. That's not for me. Because in 2000, the Air Jordan Fire Red 5, the first retro of the Fire Red 5, arrived a decade after the original release. So the original release was in 1990, and then they finally retroed it again in 1995 with a slightly better shape. And I don't know if this is the shape that people love or hate. I'll let y'all be the judge of that. But I do know the 3M on the tongue is a lot darker on the 2000 pair than it is on my pair. And I think that is the 2020 pair. We'll find out later on in the slide. It said, but it touched down in January of 2000. The Silver Tongue launch celebrated Y2K. How many of y'all remember Y2K? Y'all remember Y2K when they said we were going to go back to the Stone Ages technology was going to regress for a couple of years, that everything with a computer chip in it was going to shut down. Um, Governments were going to have to step in, military militias. Something was going to take over the world. The Mayan calendar said that the world was going to end, that aliens were going to be here and taking over. Like all of that crazy stuff about the calendar hitting 2000. Who remembers that? I remember that. I was a kid. I remember that, and I was just like, a large part of me was like, yeah, fucking right. But then another part was like, okay, people rely on technology too much. I can't wait for this shit to happen because I want to see what skills people really have and how long people really will last in a world without they gadgets and gadgets. And here it is 25 years later, and we are more lazy and we have gotten more in depth into technology to the point where we don't even talk to anybody anymore. So if at any point in time we needed a Y2K, I believe we need a Y2K now. You know what I'm saying? It said delivering a shot of classic Nike Air heel branding. Then it says in 2006, they released the Black Tongue. Sneakerheads patiently waited 16 years for another Black Tongue variety of the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. In December of 2006, it finally touched down, this time with the embroidered 23 along with the lateral heel. So this one didn't have the Nike Air on the back. It had the Jumpman on the back, but it was the Black Tongue. And as y'all can see, it has that black outlining on the 23. I think another thing that I like about the Black Tongue is the upper lace eyelets are black, and it gives a lot more contrast to the shoe along with the Black Tongue than the silver tongue, where it's just an all white upper. It's just a straight all white upper on a black midsole with a splash of red. I think that might be what it is for me. And then let me see. This pair has Nike Air on the back, and I do believe that the 2025 pair is dropping with Nike Air on the back and not the Jumpman, because you know they're starting to stick Nike Air on the back of everything because Jordan Brand believes and Nike believes that even if it's a trash release, that people are going to buy it regardless because it has Nike Air on the back. Nike and Jordan Brand say y'all like seeing Nike Air more than y'all like seeing Jumpman, so okay, we're gonna give it to you. It said Air Jordan 5 Fire Reds released again in 2008. Oh, so they did do the player exclusive. Okay, so they got the silver tongue with the 23 on the back, but it's not quite the player exclusive because the player exclusive didn't have the black shadowing on the 23. It was just a straight 23, but they did something close to the player exclusive in a pack that was called the Countdown Pack, and the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red 5 was included in combination with the Air Jordan 18. I got a pair of Air Jordan 18s, and I love them. The Toro Air Jordan 18s, they need to release these. The what would they call these? The bread 18s. They need to release those. Those are nice. Let's see. These iterations were notoriously low quality, and many went on sale. Oh shit! Hold on now. Let me read that again. Jordan Brand dropped their Legacy Countdown Pack, and the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red was included in combination with the Air Jordan 18, as their numbers equal 23, fitting the pack theme. Okay. Oh, so the packs were different silhouettes together that equaled up to the number 23. Okay. I think I knew that, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. And it said these iterations were notoriously low quality. So Jordan Brand was doing bullshit quality back in 2008 and have been continuously doing it up until this point. And many went on sale for cents on the dollar. So the Countdown Pack went for cheap. Okay. And then it says Air Jordan 5 Fire Red, and dropped again in 2013, and retroed in 2013. Jordan Brand made it up to sneakerheads with a duo of Fire Reds in 2013 after the disastrous 2008 drop. The Black Tongue Air Jordan 5 Fire Red landed in January, with the silver iteration coming up behind it in August. Both of these models were period correct except for the Jumpman heel branding. Okay. 2020. i.e., what I have today. We saw the 30th anniversary of the Fire Red 5 Silver Tongue, and that was a better shape and all of that. And it said the 2020 retro was one of the better retros of the Fire Red iteration, staying truly faithful to its OG forefather with the silver tongue and coveted Nike Air branding. So then fast forward to 2025, and here we are with the Black Tongue Fire Red Fives, and y'all know the rest. That is history so far as it goes with the Fire Red Fives. And how many of y'all are actually going for the Fire Red Fives? Or are you just gonna sit back and wait to see if it goes on sale and see if you can get it for cheaper? The retail price for the Fire Red Fives is $215. $215 for the Fire Red Fives, and they drop this weekend. Now, what was it? It was something I wanted to show you all. If I can't find it in the next second or two, I'll find it later. But yeah, we'll just go to the next one. So here's my thing. Giganator said the countdown pack sucked in quality. This article capping though, because those countdown packs were still selling out at 310, which was the magistrated resale price. Okay. Peso 2900, man. Salutes to you, man. What's going on? Appreciate you for coming through, tapping in, and supporting the channel. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you know every time we go live around here. Welcome to Soul Source. If I haven't told you that already, man, I appreciate you for your love and support once again. But he said, hell no, I'm getting them. And I feel you on that, because I'm getting the shits too, man. I'm definitely grabbing a pair of those Fire Red 5 Black Tongues, man. I need them. And yes, as you can see by this imagery right here, it's gonna come with the Nike Air on the back. Although the original Fire Red 5 Black Tongues had the Jumpman on the back. I'm gonna ask you, because a lot of people sit and say, anybody in the chat, I'm gonna ask you. A lot of people say they want their OG. So that means if you want your OG, you want the Fire Red 5 Black Tongues with the Jumpman on the back. At this point, does it matter whether it's the Jumpman or Nike Air on the back? Would you prefer the Black Tongue Fire Red 5s with the Nike Air on the back? Or are you one of those people that wanted OG and you want that Jumpman on that back? Because if it ain't got the Jumpman on the back, it ain't truly OG, but it's close to it. What's goody, my G? Salute, man. JB, man, what's going on? Thank you for tapping in, man, to another Tuesday night Soul Source. Man, we just cooling around here, talking about a little bit of history of the Fire Red 5s, man, going down that timeline, because of course, you know, the Fire Red 5s is dropping this weekend. Hey, put y'all raffles in, family. Put your raffles in. JD Sports did early access. A lot of people had a lot of luck. Apparently, pairs are still sitting on early access for JD Sports, but I can't get access with them still sitting, which is a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. But it is what it is, man. We got other avenues to get the shoes, so we ain't gonna sweat it. But yeah, go ahead, get all your entries in. I'd say that it's gonna be easy, but if you don't put in like proper work, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Jay Bill said the Fire Red 5 is a must cop for him. At Peso 2900, he said, I heard the quality gonna be the same as the grapes, sadly. So let me see. So okay. Now I'm not a leather expert, and we're not gonna do the whole thing about, well, I guess the only way you can tell kind of quality wise and things like that is if you feel the materials. Don't take what I'm doing as, you know, what is going to be across the board, because we all know these shoes are mass produced. You're going to have some that are softer than others. You're gonna have some that you're gonna get different cuts. Some are gonna have good cuts, some are gonna have bad cuts, and all that other kind of good stuff. But like when I took the tissue paper out of here, and because it's gotten a little darker, and the studio lights are kind of washing out the white, but yeah, you can see it right there now. When I touch mine, like you can see the wrinkles in the leather, just like you can kind of see the wrinkles in the 2020 pair of Fire Red 5s. So when I do the field test, and let me see, I'm gonna rub it with this thumb, and I'm gonna rub it with this thumb, and then I'm just gonna rub them with my two thumbs at the same time. When I do the field test on the toe box, and then when I do the field test in the areas that receive the most stress, because that's where the side knuckle of your foot is. When I do that, and then I do the little squeeze test and all of that, like the 2020 pair feels the same as the 2025 Grape 5. So like if you didn't mind the quality of the 2020 Fire Red 5s, then you really shouldn't mind the quality of the 2025 grapes. But I will say this, and I don't know if you can see it, I do hope that with the Fire Red 5 Black Tongues, we get this Fire Red toe box right here. Because if you look, the grapes from the 2025 grapes, the toe box is more. Let me get that off the screen for a second. The toe box is more bulbous. It's more rounded at the top versus the 2020 pair of Fire Reds. It's more flat. This is like the more true to OG shape versus this bulb nose Grape 5. And I didn't even notice that. Now I do know there's a method where you can flatten this out, and it's basically to kind of like stuff it with a rag, and then kind of take a steamer and steam the leather to soften it up, and then kind of push the toe box in to get this look. But I don't really think I want to or should have to do that for this in order to get this toe box look. And even if I do that, it's still not going to be the same. So, I mean, yeah, the problem with fives in general is they put a heavy coating of this white layered paint on there. So it kind of gives it this, it doesn't kind of, it absolutely gives it this cheap plasticky look, and it kind of gives it like a cheap plasticky feel. And the best way I could say that they could avoid this is to hit this with like a matte finishing top coat, and it would take a lot of that shine out of it, and it would take a lot of that cheap look out of it. Steven Cooper, man, what's good, family? Glad to see you. He said, I want the silver tongues. HGK, you doubling up on the Air Jordan 5s? No, sir. I'm not. I'm not doubling up on none of that. For like the 5s, I'm not gonna wear my 5s enough for me to double up on the Black Tongue Fire Red 5s. As you can see, the 2020 pair is still BS. I mean, hell, I'm struggling to try to get through some of the other stuff, the backlog of sneakers that I have. I'm taking it one day at a time, man. I'm taking it one day at a time. So I know I'm not going to even be able to wear the Black Tongues enough, or maybe I'll lean heavy into the Black Tongues and they'll turn into another pair of beaters like my reimagined breads and what's my other pair? The 12s, the royalty Jordan 12s. Those are my beaters too. I cut the grass in my royalty 12s, and I go everywhere in my reimagined breads. But you never know. You never know. Gigganator said, I personally think if the OG had Jumpman, use Jumpman. If it had Nike Air, use Nike Air. Anything newer, like the Cave Stone, is up for interpretation. So I feel that. But hey, they not going true to OG, man. They've been going OG for the last, I would say, about a year, but I guess they done fell off of that. Salute to the chat. What's up, fellas? Ohio 1986 said, "Good evening, everybody, man. Salutes to you, Ohio, man. Glad to see you, man. Random question, but how is that shoulder doing?" So, I told y'all I was only able to do this, and I couldn't do this. Well, I gotta go slow because it doesn't do it without pain, but I can do this. I get a little shake in it, and I can actually push it a little bit further, but I have to do it with a hitch, and then I can't do it like it takes a minute for me to straighten it out. But once I straighten it out, I can kind of sort of keep it straight, but like that. But yeah, I gotta get into therapy and loosen up these muscles that are holding it tight and kind of get through some of this scar tissue so that I can like be able to reach for the roof, man, and swim and do all the other good stuff that I'm used to doing. But yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I appreciate you for asking, man. Hey, appreciate that, JVille. Yeah, I'm excited about the future and the progress, because if I can do this like a week out of surgery already, then I mean, hey, look, I've been going at it full force, and I've just been focused and trying to get to a better place. Good to hear, man. Glad you healing up. Yeah, thank you. Now, I that's gonna hurt me a little bit later on, but it is what it is, man. I got to keep stretching it, regardless of how much it's gonna hurt or not. I got to keep stretching it. So, yeah, I've been doing that, but yeah, like the next thing we're gonna talk about is it too soon? Because some of these things that I'm about to show you all, I felt like they just released, or even if they didn't just release, it feels like it is way too soon to be trying to, bring these back out, and for really good reason. So the first thing I'm going to show you all, and I've been wanting to talk about this for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, but given the title, are we at it again? Are we back at this bullshit again? This presented itself the perfect opportunity to talk about this, and I don't know how to feel about this. So the first one we're gonna look at is the He Got Game 13s. The He Got Game 13s are supposed to be returning either the end of this year or next year, 2026. It says returning the summer of 2026. At first, the first reports were they were supposed to be dropping sometime holiday of this year, but I guess throughout the months it was said that they're supposed to be dropping next year. And I thought to myself, I'm like, why would they drop the 2013 He Got Games when they just dropped them? And I had to look at when the last time the He Got Games were released, and I come to realize when I was doing a little bit of searching on the internet that the He Got Games dropped in 2018. They dropped in 2018, and as quickly as they dropped, they quickly flopped because they sat around for a long time. Look, the Dutch tan, as T Ward would say, was serious on the He Got Game 13s. And I was just thinking, okay, if the sneaker community didn't, jump or chomp at the bit to get the He Got Games in 2018, here it is 7 years later. And it's crazy to think that was like 7 years ago. Because if you would have asked me when the He Got Games dropped, I would have easily told you they dropped in like 2020, 2021, and I would have easily been wrong as hell. But that's okay. They dropped in 2018, but with further investigation, they're not going to drop the He Got Game highs. They're going to do the He Got Game. They're going to do some He Got Game lows. But still, who wants these? Now, I'm going to have to admit something to you all. Family, I don't want you all to judge me harshly when I say this. I kind of like these He Got Game lows. I wasn't a fan of low anything. The only lows that I was a fan of were threes, fours, if you want to consider fours lows, which we pretty much do consider fours lows. And that was it. Then, and this had to be some years back, I got a pair of Platinum 13s to match with the person I was with at the time. And we put them on. We went on a little date or whatever. And I liked them. I liked them. So I mean, now that doesn't mean I like all 13 lows across the board, but these right here, the He Got Game 13 lows, they dope in my opinion. They don't gotta be dope to you, but they dope to me in my opinion. Now, like, am I chomping at the bit to get a pair? No, I'm not. I'm not even going to sit there and cap to you and act like that. But you know, if I casually walk into a store at some point in time and I, see a pair of He Got Game 13 lows and I got some extra money to spend, I might just pick up a pair and flex on somebody, stun on somebody. Of course, they got images of the Black Cat 4s, the 2006 release, the 2020 release, and then they're going to be releasing holiday of 2025. So be on the lookout for the Black Cat 4s. I know a lot of people are going after those. I'm going to get a pair. I can't front. The next one that I feel like it's too soon. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Tokyo 5s are gonna drop this year as well. We'll talk about that in depth at a later day because they're dropping this month. But yeah, be on the lookout for the Tokyo 5s if that's what you want as well. The reverse infrared 6s are supposed to drop next year. And I just think this is too soon. I don't even know what the difference between these and the other black and red bread 6s were that drop, except for this looks like in this mock-up, it's got a leather upper and the other one's got a suede upper. I don't like it. As a matter of fact, this is a leather upper, and the other pair that I have that dropped in whoever knows when is suede. I don't know the difference. I can't see the difference. Like, memory wise, I cannot see the difference. Wherever my infrared or bread 6s are, whatever the colorway is, because people will call them the infrareds, the breads, the pink red. I don't damn know. As long as it's black and red, I don't know what damn shade of red it is. Visually, I can't see the difference, but it just doesn't look any different to me, and it just feels like, why? But that's not the one that I wanted to talk about. The next one I wanted to talk about that feels like it's just too soon. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you, guys? Where are you? Toro Bravos are dropping in 2026 as well. Keep that in mind. The taxis are coming later this month. No, later in November is when the taxis are coming. The Travis Scotts are supposed to be dropping as well this year. The Cherry 13s. Now, this was the one that I saw that got me investigating into all of it. And I was like, this one, I was really like, why are they dropping this? Because it literally felt like they had dropped the Cherry 13s like in 2020. This was the one that I really thought they dropped in 2020, 2021. But again, I was wrong as hell. And that's kind of crazy for somebody that loves 13s. 13 is my favorite silhouette. For somebody that loves 13s, I sure did not know or wasn't able to keep up with the dates of when these drop. That might be bad on me, but how many of you all can actually keep up with the drop dates of these retros? I mean, if you keep up with the drop dates of these retros, man, y'all are goated, man. Y'all are fucking goated. But the Cherry 13s, I want a pair. I know a lot of people were going crazy for those. The resale price went up like giraffe pom pom. The last time the Cherry 13s dropped was in 2017, and they're gonna be back on March 13th, according to Z Sneakerhead, in 2026. And yeah, they had bleeding issues, as you can see right here in this photo. The Cherry 13s had really bad bleeding issues in 2017. I do remember that being a huge gripe. So yeah, man, y'all be careful, man. Make sure you get you that Rejuvenator. If y'all don't already have a Rejuvenator, get y'all some Rejuvenator rain and stain repellent so that it can at least mitigate the bleeding. And then y'all better know how to clean these shoes. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all better know how to clean these shoes. Don't wear these without putting that rain and stain repellent on it first, because if you have to do any more than just take a brush and dust it off, y'all gonna be throwing a whole bunch of expletives out there trying to clean these shoes, and it get real nasty when this white stitching gets stained with all this red dye. So yeah, put that rain and stain repellent on there, keep it protected for as long as possible, to where if it get dirty, the only thing you really got to do is hit it with a brush, knock that dirt off, and keep it pushing, keep it pee, man. Because yeah, you don't want to be cleaning these, and they just bleed all over the place. But yeah, if y'all don't know about Rejuvenator, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all about Rejuvenator, some of the best shoe cleaning product on the market. People, please stop using dish detergent soap and stop using laundry soap. There is a huge downside to using dish detergent soap and laundry soap. And I'm gonna drop that video too, because I get on Reddit all the time, and I am blown away and amazed at how many people are in the sneaker culture and sneaker community and just don't know the basics of cleaning your sneakers and how to avoid certain situations and scenarios to where you damn near will put yourself in a point of no return. And I'm talking about like stains and things like that. I'm really surprised at how many people don't know how to clean suede, don't know how to clean nylon, mesh, don't know how to just regularly wash shoes. And the only reason I'm surprised is because you have channels like Rejuvenator. And Rejuvenator is so big, and they constantly teach you how to clean your shoes. So that's a surprise to me. But let me know if you think the Cherry Reds dropping in 2016, man. I'm going too far back before they even retroed again. But let me know if you think the Cherries being dropped in 2026, 9 years later, is too soon. Y'all let me know down in the comments. And then for the last one is the Flint 13s. Now, this was one that I really questioned. Like, why in the hell are they dropping the Flint 13s? Because the Flint 13s, although they sold out quickly, sold out, and I put that in quotations because it was a lot of resellers buying it up and creating a whole lot of bullshit. I was wondering, like, why are they doing the Flint 13s when the Flint 13s did not do well? And when I say they did not do well, they did sell out, but they didn't do well resale wise. And I know a lot of people in the sneaker community like to base things off of resale. The only thing that I base using resale with is demand. If resale is high, demand is high. If resale is low, demand is low compared to stock numbers. But yeah, I didn't get a pair for retail. Actually, as a matter of fact, I did, but that was only because like my homeboy, he hit me with a pair, because these are my favorite 13s of all time, the Flint 13s, my most favorite 13s. This is what got me into like really solidified my like for Jordan brand shoes. This is what got me into trying to chase down Jordan brand sneakers. And it is what it is. The rest is history. I'm here with y'all sharing this moment and having a good fucking time doing it. So salutes to the Flint 13s. You can never go wrong with a pair of Flint 13s. Like the way that these shoes pop on camera. from the cat eye to the blue to the 3M in the blue to the gray to the white on it, man, it's just fucking beautiful. And if you can't tell me anything else, you can't tell me otherwise. Like, look at how the light reflects off of that cat eye reflective bubble from both angles. Man, it's just a beautiful ass shoe. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Dang. And those look like the OG pair. As dark as the gray is, they're like the OG pair. But yeah, 2026, and they released in 2020. I think that's like too soon. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's too soon? Do y'all think so? So it's the He Got Game lows, the Cherry 13s, and the Flint 13s releasing in 2026. Is that too soon for y'all? Jay Ville said fire. Duke Holiday, man, what's good? Man, what's good? Duke HG, what's up? A lot of block spinning in 2025. Facts. A lot of block spinning. Hey, they spinning the block in 2025 and in 2026. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, like 2026 is gonna. I can't. What I'm most anticipating in 2026 is the Toro 4s. It makes me kind of think they're gonna do like a Toro theme once every year, because we have the Toro 5s, we got Toro 14s, we've got Toro 6s, and then we're getting Toro 4s next year. Did we get any other? We got Toro 18s. Did we get any other Toro colorways? I can't remember. I mean, like they come in so quickly, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Toro 4s in 2026. He said the year of the 6s and 13s is next year. I can see that. But they've dropped so many 6s over the last 4 years. I can't imagine what kind of hot releases they're going to be doing in 2026. But they might recycle some releases from over the last couple of years. Girly Glam Exception said, I got a pair. Hey, you got some of the best pairs in the Jordan line. Those 13s are incredible, man. I cannot sing the praises of the 13s, Flint 13s anymore. And as a matter of fact, the Flint 13s are so coveted. The first thing I did when I got my Flint 13s from my homeboy was I put them up in the closet and I hid them. So I don't even know where my Flint 13s are, but as soon as I start, shifting stuff around and getting to stuff, I can't wait to see my Flint 13s again. As a matter of fact, I might actually wear them. Well, I might as well. If 2026 is going to be dropping another pair, then I can wear my old pair and get a new pair, because the Flint 13s, in my opinion, is a double up worthy pair. Now, anything more than 2 pair, you being stupid, but like, it's double up worthy. I know for a fact when the Flint 13s dropped, I said that they were triple up worthy. That was a different time in sneaker collecting. That was like 2020, when like things were a lot difficult and you didn't know if you were going to be able to get a pair, or even, be able to get a pair later. A recycle of emotions, but that was a different time. And if I look back at me saying I would triple up on the Flint 13s now, as much as I love the Flint 13s, I was talking a whole bunch of bullshit. I was crazy. Tripling up on the Flint 13s. But I do love 13s and I do love the Flint. So that's needed. That's what that is. Now, let me see. Let me make sure I can find the correct one. Is this it? Okay. Yeah, here we go. Am I on the right page? Can y'all see this? No, y'all can't see that. So that's the wrong one. So we're gonna drop that down. We're gonna kick that out of the back. And then we're gonna bring this one back forward from Sneaker Freaker magazine. As you can see, the infrared, the white infrareds is supposed to drop in 2026 again. So yeah. Duke, yeah. You let Let me see. Duke, was that you that said that about the year of the sixes and the 13s? Um, if that was like, you're absolutely right, man. Oh no, that was peso 20. That was peso 2900. Uh, so yeah, you definitely right, man. It might be the year of the sixes and the 13s, man. And like Duke said, they spinning the block. But Duke Holiday said, sold my infrared black 2 days ago. So both colorways, black, white, is my most anticipated sneakers of 2026. Oh, okay. Did you at least get some wear out of it before you sold it, or did you sell them DS? Because I mean, if you sold them DS to get the money, hey, I don't blame you, especially if they finna spin the block and drop them again, and you can get them again and get the white infrareds too. But yeah, I just I just hadn't done that because, like I said, I want every OG pair that I never had. But getting into the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've seen thus far. Okay, I know what it is, and I'll take y'all to that after we talk about this. But getting into the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've seen thus far, the biggest bunch of bullshit in sneaker sneaker history for this week, because I know it's probably going to be some old bullshit next week and the week after and the week after and so on and so forth. Or maybe it won't be, but somehow I always am able to find some bullshit going on. So, I mean, it probably is going to be some bullshit, but getting into it. So, I don't know if any of you all remember a scandal with Nike that happened. We already know my timeline, and my memory is bad. So forgive me if I get this wrong, because this is 2025. It happened somewhere between the time frame of 2022 and 2024. So 4 years. I don't know if you all remember the scandal where a Nike exec got into some heat because her son had become quickly one of the biggest resellers in the game, because he somehow was able to gain access to hundreds of pairs of limited release shoes. And as you can see right here, he's got hundreds of pairs of the off-white Air Jordan 5s. He was able to gain access to hundreds of pairs of limited sneakers, and he had a warehouse full. And when I think Daijin Park was the one that did the interview, we talked about Daijin Park on this channel a couple of times before. And if you're not familiar with it, go ahead and look through the archive of the lives and check it out. He does like he got access to like a lot of different individuals, because he also did an interview with Common Hype on how they started that whole internet selling sensation brand and stuff like that. But he was able to do the interview with the kid, and the kid would not give up his sources of how he was able to gain access to all of these shoes. Well, come to find out, he was using mommy's credit card. His mother, the big Nike exec, he was using her credit card to pay for all of these shoes. But here's the kicker. He was using her company credit card to pay for shoes that had never even left to the stores. He was getting them directly from Nike and using mommy's company card. Now, one of the biggest questions was, how did this go unnoticed for so long? And it's kind of hard for me to believe that, to a certain degree, Nike didn't know that her company card was being used to buy hundreds of pairs of their product and limited product. That's conflict of interest before they even hit shelves. But I guess when he did the video, and they never showed his face, but I guess when he did the video, he was easily identified, and Nike had to do something. which kind of means if the kid wasn't so dumbly arrogant about the shit he was doing, he could have continued to use mommy's corporate credit card to buy shoes before they even hit retail shelves and resell for hundreds of dollars over market price. But because he did what he did and they had to crack down on it and do an internal investigation, mommy didn't get fired. She just got shifted to another position to where she wasn't exactly openly working with Nike. You know, the corporate bullshit they do to shut the little people up, to shut us up, to make it look like, you know, they think they actually did something in our best interest. They didn't fire her. They just shifted her to another department to where she wasn't the outwardly open, you know, face of, or one of the faces of the company. And he just kind of faded off into the sunset. I guess at that point he got the point of, you need to shut the fuck up and stop, you know, putting you know, our business out there. But now it seems as if she no longer works for Nike, but that she is now working as the head of Footlocker. And my thing is somebody said it somewhere. Somewhere I read, somebody said, okay, so now it's not just access to Jordan and Nike products, but now the kid has access to products across the board. And here's the thing. I'm like, did Foot Locker not learn or, you know, pay attention to what was going on with this lady and her son at Nike? Did they not pay attention, or do they just not give a fuck? Do they just not give a fuck? Because they've made this lady, Foot Locker hires Nike VP behind the resale scandal. They put her in a prominent position at Foot Locker, knowing that her son is and was a liability. I don't understand what the fuck, like, what the hell these companies are thinking. Like, this is high level
bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Bullshit.
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
And I don't think enough people are going to pay attention to this. I don't think enough people are going to say anything about this, but this just feels like history repeating itself. Like a continuous cycle. It feels like, well, I guess we never moved on from her or the issues to begin with. I guess they just kind of swept it up under the rug. That's not necessarily moving on or fixing the issues. That's just more so of, you know, pushing it into a dark corner and hoping the shit goes away. But it just feels like 2020 or whenever the Nike scandal happened, it just feels like they're just openly going to allow it to happen all over again. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, is this some kind of plan or whatever between the companies, or is this Foot Locker trying to get back at Nike by hiring her and learning all the trade secrets and trying to learn whatever they can to kind of strong arm Nike or whatever? I'm like, I thought Nike and Foot Locker, well, I thought Nike and Foot Locker were having their issues because of Nike's decision to do DTC, which is direct to consumer, which meant that Nike and Jordan Brand had pulled a lot of their products out of Foot Locker and held a large stock amount for their websites, which kind of took out of Footlocker. It didn't kind of. It did take out of Footlocker's pockets. But in researching this, I learned that Nike and Footlocker are kind of making up again, and they're trying to repair the relationship, especially with Foot Locker's home court concept program, which is like Nike and Jordan are assisting in that program, which is like putting more basketball and athletic wear into Foot Locker to kind of like bring some enthusiasm and some flair and whatever you want to call it back to basketball sneakers. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a good move for Foot Locker. I don't know if Nike and Jordan Brand would have an adverse feeling to this, but like this just feels like they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and I just don't want you all to fall for. I don't want you all to be in a position where you fell for it.
And y'all dumbasses fell for it.
Like I don't want any of the family to end up looking like dumbasses and falling for some bullshit, or wwhatever Foot Locker has going on by hiring this liability to the community. Like she's a straight fucking problem. Ohio 1986 said this just goes to show that these companies don't care about resale. You right. You right. It does look like they don't care. Dang, Girly Glam Accessory said. Duke Holiday said the pictures of the new Nigel 4s are doo-doo to me. Fire reds with the brick toe and tiny swoosh. Don't forget the cinnabar netting and pissy sole. Hype beast, be ready. I actually forgot about those new 4s. The fire red 4s that they're doing for Nigel Sylvester. I actually forgot about those. I gotta see when those were supposed to drop because I hadn't heard anything about them since the last time I spoke on them, which was about maybe a month or two ago. But yeah, you've been on their neck recently, man. You've been on their neck, dude. I'm gonna have to check them out and see what you're talking about. Tell them how you really feel, HG Kicks. Nike likes the drama. All press is good press and promotion. Well, yeah, it's good press for them and drama for them, but I mean, we're kind of in the era of sneaker collecting, where we're no longer going by sneakerheads. We're going by what I like to call sneaker enthusiasts. And I started saying that last year because I started getting pissed off with they bullshit. But sneaker enthusiasts, sneaker collectors, no longer sneakerheads because sneakerhead is a negative connotation because I like to leave the younger, anybody under the age of, I would say maybe like 21 or in that 20-25 to younger category. I like to lead them as sneakerheads, and I like to usher in the younger wave of collectors as enthusiasts and get back to like actually liking shit you see and not worrying too much about what the next motherfucker might think about your collection. Get and wear what you like, man. Get and wear what the hell you like. Because at the end of the day, somebody might think what you like is ass, but I guarantee you, if you like what you got and you put that shit on, you can make some of the worst things look like, make people second guess their thoughts and opinions on it. I've seen it happen. I've experienced it. So, it is what it is. But this right here. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me go to my ticket, to talk. Ticky. Let me refresh this. This right here on TikTok was a huge surprise to me. Hold on, let me see. How do I get to when I'm on the? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, yo, TikTok, you're not finna make me feel like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Um, this right here on TikTok, and I'm sorry for the pause, cause shit, I don't know what the hell happened. My brain just froze. But let me see what y'all said. Let's see what y'all talking about. Um, Ohio 1986 said Walmart fits with white cement floors and nobody would know. Hell fucking right. You damn straight. Giganator, if you are still here, I don't know, but if you still in the chat, gig, they are loving the live we did with the conversation piece about StockX. I'm gonna keep saying and keep saying and keep saying fuck StockX. I dropped this video. I've had this video in my backlog of videos in my phone, and I've been trying to clear out my phone because it said I was running out of space on my phone. Because I've got some long videos that I'm supposed to be making like actual YouTube videos for, but I've had this video in my backlog, and I dropped it maybe like an hour or two ago, and it's going crazy. The conversation we had about StockX, and it was like this fake, you, bro.
I got it from y'all. It's the only reason that at times I would use the platform is because
3 months ago.
And this is how they get over, and this is how they will continue to get over even after making a statement. The average person, no pun intended, don't got no other choice. They don't know how to be mature enough to be like, it's certain products I would never buy without a receipt. Like I'm never buying no Travis, no SB, no Jordan 1, no Off-White, because you wouldn't know. And I'm not about to pay somebody $700 when they paid $100 for it on Reddit. Bro, I've sent products to StockX that I got from StockX, and they was like, this fake. Bro, I got it from y'all. It's the only reason that at times I would use the platform is because, and this is how they get over, and this is how they will continue to get over even after making a statement. The average person, no pun intended, don't got.
Let me ask y'all, how many people in the chat is StockX still getting over on? Gig, is StockX still getting over on you? Because that was like a couple of months ago when you made that statement, and hey, things change. But y'all let me know in the chat, man. How many of y'all are still shopping with StockX? How many of y'all are still shopping with GOAT? And if you're not shopping with either one of those, who are you all shopping with? Y'all let me know in the chat. Now this one right here, I'm surprised it only has like 16 views. So y'all head over to my TikTok if y'all got TikTok and run these views up on some of these videos. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this one. I think people are actually watching this, but I don't think TikTok is counting my views on this one. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with this one. But this right here, this video, people like this get on my nerves. I don't know this guy from a can of paint, but people like this that try to tell you how to dress, especially when they look like this and dress like this, have no room to speak and really ought to just shut the fuck up. So let me play this.
This has to be the worst Jordan 1 of all time. This is the
shit. I forgot. It's got that music on there, and that's copyright. But I'll just narrate it. So he said that's got to be the worst Jordan 1 of all time, and that like you shouldn't wear it, even though he bought like hundreds of pairs for resale purposes. This guy's a reseller. And he's also, I guess, he's a collector as well. But this dude looked like the lady from the Rocky movie with a mustache, and that I'm not even gonna do that because I don't know him, and I ain't finna start no beef with somebody I don't know. But This dude looks like that, and he's trying to give somebody advice on what to and what not to wear. He is the definition, in my opinion, of that hype, that sneakerhead hype beast generation that just doesn't fucking get it. He just doesn't fucking get it. And hey, that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. That's his problem. Let me see. What the hell did this? I don't know what the word this thing just tried to do. Group one. I don't know what group one is, and I don't need to know what group one is at this point. I just need to make sure that my live stream is working right. But Duck Holiday says StockX GOAT, whatnot. I'm the biggest dummy. Damn. Hey, whatnot is what I hear. Whatnot is the worst of all of them. Is the worst. So yeah. Hey man, you gotta snap out of it, man. You gotta take the which pill was it? The wake up out of the matrix, the red or blue pill? Like Jay-Z said, man, red or blue pill, man. You live and you learn. Excuse me. But this one right here, one of the girls next door, the baddie. Shout out to Jaleel White for doing this video. She was always attractive in my eyes. If anybody knows the show Boy Meets World, and y'all know the girl on Boy Meets World, Topanga, apparently, now I've known this. The only reason I'm saying apparently is because I don't know how many of you all knew this. She is a sneakerhead, and she had a conversation with
I just got the new LeBrons, and I love them. My favorites are a pair of.
Wait a minute. She said she just got the LeBrons and she loves them. He got to be the only one. I'm not even gonna lie. She got to be 1 in a million that loves the LeBrons. The only pair of LeBrons I have are the LeBron MVP. I think those are the LeBron 7 MVPs, and that was because like I like the color scheme and I like all of that. But I don't know, maybe like that's the first time I've heard a non-hooper and just straight sneaker collector say that I love the LeBrons. I could be wrong.
Ones.
How many of you all love the LeBrons? And the next one she's talking about is the Jordan 1 mid Melody Asani, when they were doing that that big collab where they had the other dude and some other people.
That are by Melody Asani. I'm really into Jordan 4s right now. I just got the Brick by Bricks. I have a pair of Off-Whites. Gifted to me by Keenan Thompson.
Quit playing.
And Johnny Ryan Jr. Yes. Toby Wigway. I tried to get his shoes on the day they dropped. The Reeboks didn't get them.
Are you familiar with Iversons?
I have not seen the Iversons.
Okay, if you put these on, right, you will get stopped probably more than you've ever gotten stopped.
Because those are the ones that he stepped over Tyronn Lue.
Even on the set of Happy Gilmore 2, I saw Travis Kelce. We don't know each other. He just goes, Iversons.
Right.
So if you put those on, I think as a sneakerhead, you will appreciate the feedback.
I don't know if it's this was though. It's the red toes for her.
Those are nice. I don't know if they would get the feedback though.
She getting all the feedback in the world.
You're saying because it's going to look so good.
Yeah, there's certain sneakers that just look cuter on.
That's true.
You're right.
100%.
You're right.
What size? What are your top?
And that's very true. There are a lot of sides that just look better on girls. The Desert Rats, when it came to the Yeezys, man, I thought those were hideous until I seen them on a girl's feet that wore maybe like a size 4 shoe, 5 shoe, and then I was like, damn, that is really nice. But yeah, like I'm extremely surprised at the range that she has. She likes Jordans, she likes LeBrons, she likes Reeboks, the Toby and Guakwe Reebok collab, which is really dope. I mean, I was just really surprised by that interview. If you don't know who that is, you got to go check out Jaleel White's podcast. I forgot the name of it, but I will list the name of the podcast in the description, as well as later on put the link to some Reshoevn8er in the description so that you all can go ahead and get you some Reshoevn8er and take care of your shoes, man. but I'll leave all links in this in the description below. What else? I think, as a matter of fact, man, I'm so glad because I got a headache. I think that was all I had for the night because I got a lot of stuff to take care of. I got a headache. I gotta clean some stuff up. So with that being said, man, we just gonna go ahead and call it a wrap. We've been here for an hour and 30 minutes. That's more around the time that I really like to have it so that you all can be able to enjoy the rest of you all's night and eat and enjoy anything else. But hey, just in time, 30 minutes before, maybe 30 minutes to almost an hour before kickoff with that Minnesota, I believe, Chicago game, Tuesday primetime football. It'll give you time to eat, get ready, do your thing. I appreciate every single person that showed up to the live tonight. I'm glad you allowed me to be the opportunity. I'm glad. I don't know why I can't get that out. I am glad you allowed me to have the opportunity to be your evening distraction for Tuesday night because you could have been anywhere, but you all were here fucking with your boy HG. Like always, before I go, man, thank you to everybody. Duke, Ohio, Girly Glam Accessories. Let me do this and go through this because I haven't done that in a while. Giving appreciation to everybody, man, because I love y'all and I fuck with y'all. Peso 2900, man. Salute to you. Jayville. Who else? Giganator. Hey, man. We in there. Steven Cooper. What's good, man? Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. Don't forget, come back Tuesday night. I might run it back again on Friday as well. I think that's everybody that I saw in the chat. Also, thank you to all of my ghost watchers that came through. I understand that not everybody has the opportunity to get into the chat, and everybody busy. They got their own thing going on. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Before I go, I cannot leave y'all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Hey, keep that determination. Can't nothing stop you but yourself, man. And I love y'all. I'll catch you all later. Peace. Till next time.